Oh shit, everybody. We got some real important news here. Super impactful, world-altering stuff. TJ Kirk, the amazing fucking atheist, went and preemptively blocked everyone that follows alleged concerned troll conman Dusty Smith on Twitter. I know, I should have given you more warning before dropping this massive bombshell of incredibly relevant news on you. What's that, you ask? Who the fuck is TJ Kirk or Dusty Smith? Fair questions. There are a couple of YouTubers that were once on top of the atheist community until Dusty Smith, self-proclaimed inventor of the novelty t-shirt, took a note from Hillary Clinton by feeling out the winds of change and completely altering his personality to ride the new wave of social justice. Normally, I don't like to question the motives of strangers, and I could be wrong, but it's well within Dusty's wheelhouse to enact an SJW persona for entertainment. Oh, and TJ Kirk is some neckbeard that says edgy shit, and people give him money. Now don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with actual social justice. I have a problem with people who are disingenuous about it. And I think so does TJ Kirk. So there was some back and forth between them on Twitter for a while whenever Dusty would call out or harass more recognizable YouTubers online in his attempt to climb the YouTube fame ladder. I pulled this set of tweets from a convo between TJ and Progressive Voice after Dusty Smith started hassling Shoe on Head about a comedic video she did with Lauren Southern. It makes a case against Dusty's credibility, although it's not exactly solid evidence of anything. But I've seen Dusty misrepresent people in straw man positions and use mental gymnastics to create implications that were never made so often that I find it hard to believe he's legitimately on the level. Again, I could be wrong. That's just my perception of the guy. I'm just waiting for the day he tweets out to his fans that he's been trolling them all along. Gotcha, boys! Well, long story long, DJ made a video about a list of demands on how to treat non-binary people. And although I agree that some of the things requested were downright absurd, TJ wasn't exactly sensitive about the subject and came across a bit dismissive, which gave Dusty something to sink his teeth into. Which he promptly did, with a response video dishonestly framing TJ as being anti-trans and non-binary when he was clearly criticizing the list, not the people. TJ made a response to the response. Dusty made a response to the response of the response, and well, this is apparently when the hate mob starts on TJ and blows up his Twitter. So what does TJ do? He blocks them. Who? Everybody. Everybody that follows Dusty Smith, indiscriminately. People were upset because apparently a lot of innocent bystanders, even fans of TJ, got caught in the sweeping net. Now, why is this an issue? Well, really it isn't. But everyone thinks he's a hypocrite now because he made a video tirade against Steve Shives for preemptively blocking people.
Blocked! You're blocked! That's the classic Steve Shives maneuver. Blocked! Blocked, yeah, that's another thing about Steve Shives. Even if you don't know who he is, even if you've never heard of him before I made this video, he's probably blocked you on Twitter. He probably has. Go see for your fucking self. Go to your Twitter. If you have a Twitter, go to your fucking Twitter. Go to Steve Shives' Twitter. You're blocked. You'll be amazed that someone you've never fucking heard of in your life has blocked you. And if you're not blocked, just write him some polite message like, I respectfully disagree with your positions on feminism. And you'll be blocked within hours, if not minutes. But it's not just me, it's my friends. Anyone who shares my political opinions and associations in any way possible, they have to be blacklisted as well. Steve is well known for blocking anyone with a difference of opinion. There's actually a popular hashtag blocked by Steve. That's how many people this fucker has blocked.
Wow, seems like an open and shut case of blatant hypocrisy. Such an offense must be met with the highest penalty this court can bestow, public mockery. Even Steve Shives himself is scoring burns off of DJ, despite the fact he lacks the self-awareness to know they're mocking DJ for acting like him. But wait a sec, go back to that clip for a minute. I think we may have passed over something there in the purposefully misleading edit.
Now look, blocking someone individually is understandable within a certain context. However, when someone signs up for a block list, you're basically allowing them to think for you. Steve Shives does subscribe to blacklisting block bots, as he once explained to someone that he had blocked.
No, it was probably a result of a bot or a blockchain. What's your Twitter handle? I can unblock you.
I don't mind people who block. I do it too on occasion. It's fine. I mean, some motherfuckers out there are annoying. You don't want to deal with them.
Ah, so it seems the real problem isn't just with Steve blocking entire swaths of people he's never talked to, although that does seem to be part of TJ's criticism. The main issue is that Steve does it blindly. He hires a third party that just blocks anyone associated with any idea or person or thing that doesn't fit into his ideological bubble. I've heard TJ say it on multiple occasions. He's okay with blocking or muting people. He just thinks it should be done individually and of your own volition and judgment. He sort of failed on the individually part here, as this was undeniably a sweeping blanket ban, but he did act of his own volition and judgment. He didn't get some third party to block everyone for him. He didn't block based on ideology or political leaning, he specifically blocks fans of Dusty. It's weird to block someone you've never interacted with. TJ himself said it, but it was probably a purely pragmatic decision in this case. He was more than likely being flooded with tweets, and it was a lot more effective to just cut off the source than to individually block each offender as they came in. It's not what I would do, as I believe in letting people say their piece, and quite frankly, I kinda enjoy arguing with people. And it's certainly not fair to the people who are fans of TJ. I'd rather take all the slings and arrows myself than have the innocent bystanders of my fandom take the extremely inconsequential impact of being blocked. I haven't blocked or muted anyone, but then again, I haven't been on the receiving end of a so-called influencer's virtual lynch mob yet. In this case, TJ knew exactly which fanbase these people were coming from and singled them out specifically. It may not have been the most scrupulous move, but was certainly a smart one. From what I've heard, and don't quote me on this, TJ ended up unblocking them all anyway. So it was just a way to temp mute the bastards for a couple of days of rest and relaxation. Must be hard sifting through tons of bullshit tweets just to get the ones from people you know and like. Besides, he's a nihilist. You think he's gonna put principle above convenience? As a joke, by the way, he did pay Brett Keane when he didn't have to. And people are giving him shit for advocating free speech absolutism and then blocking people? But he never stopped anyone from speaking. He just virtually plugged his ears. It's called freedom of speech, not the right of mandatory listening. I think this tweet sums up how TJ feels about the whole situation.